Hey Virgos, welcome to You vs. Them Tarot. This is in the format of person A, person B. Figure out where you are in the storyline. All right, so person A. What's going on with person... Oh, wow. Now. Jesus. Okay, so we have the tune out distractions, which will be all these cards that just fell out, right? That's like a visual manifestation of the energy, I'm assuming. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, but you can focus and zero in on what really matters here. So we have tune out distractions. We have begin to explore, make no judgments. I'm feeling like there's a shift in priorities that needs to happen on person A's end. What about person B? I almost didn't want to even pull out cards for person B. So what I'm getting is person A needs not to focus on person B. All right. All right. Person B has imagine solutions and go for your dreams. So this energy does feel like a bit of a separation where both parties need to just do them. Person B, you have this energy of independence. Okay. You do be open to love, go for your dreams, focus on success. I feel like money is on person B's mind, and that's where it should be. All right. Person A, you need to follow suit and focus on whatever it is that you need to focus on, which is whatever you want to manifest. All right. That's what I'm getting there. All right. How does person A feel about person B? Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the Knight of Swords. It's something that like quickly ended is what I feel. It's like it was an open and closed case, all right? It wasn't much deliberation. It was something that happened. It was like a fleeting moment where it felt like it was an opportunity for something. But as soon as it opened up, it closed just as quickly, or things went sour really quickly. Okay, we have the Star card coming out in reverse. All right, one more. And the Two of Pentacles. There's a little bit of deliberation on person's A, and I feel like they're trying to figure out, like okay, what went wrong? Is this over? Is it not? This can be the energy of ghosting. Okay, that's what it's feeling like. It's feeling like somebody ghosted. So it seems like there was an opportunity here, and then out of nowhere, it was like person A was excited, like, oh, this could be something, and then person B ghosted, and it's like, oh, I guess it's nothing. Person B, how does person B feel about person A? I feel like person B, the reason why if they ghosted is because they're focusing on their money right now. And it's like they don't have the energy to focus on anything, all right? They're in the energy of tuning out distractions. So person A, you're being led to do the same. So person B, how do they feel? They have the Magician card coming out. I put it sideways because that's how it feels, or that's how it came out. But the Magician is like, they're trying to rev up their engines, and they're just trying to be the best version of themselves right now, okay? So with that Four of Swords and the Magician card, they're working on this energy. How to be a better magician, how to manifest the things that they want, how to go for their dreams, all right? So that's really been their focus. They want to see their dreams actualized before they add any other element to their life. They don't want anything coming in and distracting them, all right? Once again, distractions, tune out distractions. So I feel like they might have looked at the situation as a distraction that they didn't intend to be a distraction, okay? They didn't intend for this to distract them or take them off their game. Once they realize that, they're like, nope, I can't do that right now. Six of Pentacles, they also don't feel like they can give. So this is that energy with the King of Swords come down reverse. This is also that energy of, let's say, someone who's just not ready for a relationship until their money is right. That's what it feels like. All right. So that's pretty much it. We have that King of Swords coming out in reverse. It might be something warped about it. I feel like it's something warped about their self-worth. Okay. They might attach their value to how much money they make. And if they're not making that amount of money, then they don't feel like they're worthy of being with person A right now. With the Three of Wands coming out, they have yet to see their dreams being actualized, whether it's the type of money, the amount of money they want, the salary that they want. They're not there yet financially is what I feel. So they're just like, until I get to that point, then I can even entertain love, you know, especially I feel like the type of love that they know that person A can bring. All right. What is the blockage for person A? Nine of Swords. Okay. And it left... See, this wasn't a conversation. That sucks. Person B, you need to have that conversation. Like, just let person A know that. Because if you ghosted, now person A is like, what went wrong? What happened? I thought we was building. And person A, it's just not fair. Like, that open communication could have solved so much. And person A, but the thing is, person B was like, look, This is how I feel, and I know that person A is probably going to have a whole conversation about it, or probably try to talk me out of it. And knowing how I'm feeling right now, I might actually talk myself out of it too, or I might allow person A to talk me out of it, so I don't even want to have that conversation. I'm going to just disappear, I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to get back to this money, right? It's like I feel like person B probably feels like person A can probably woo them or seduce them. And because of that, they're just like, I don't want to take any chances. I can't afford to let someone in. I can't afford to have someone, even if they talk a good game, like, I can help you out. I don't need any of that. I just want to focus on my money. I'm doing what I have to do. Let me just do that. All right. So that's their mindset. Okay. They felt like they did what they had to do for them. Okay. To keep securing the bag for themselves. And they didn't feel strong enough. They didn't feel strong enough to actually take this on while continuing to pursue what they had to pursue. All right. So the blockage for person A is the 9 of Swords because you're overthinking it. All right. What's the blockage for person B? They do have this 5 of Swords coming out with a 2 of Swords. See, even though they have that mentality of like they were doing what they had to do for them, it seems as if there's something about it that they could have, like I said, they could have just communicated. They could have communicated with that level of conviction as to why they're not ready. And, just trust that this adult, that is person A, will accept it and understand. But they didn't even give person A a chance. So they did something like ghosting or whatever the case is. And it just caused an unnecessary rift when open communication could have probably just made this way smoother. So they do have to learn a few lessons on communication. Whatever it is that makes them feel like just running away is the answer, as opposed to communicating their emotions. That's a representative, that's an indicator of a specific mindset that they're carrying, all right, a level of maturity that they're carrying as far as expressing their emotions. So that is a blockage for them that they have to work on. This was a first example of that, but I feel like how they're moving now, for them to ghost instead of talking about it, that is indicative of how they probably move in a relationship if you guys did get together, okay? Person B, if this is you, this is probably just how you move. You just run or move on or, disappear or just shut down and don't want to talk. That's something to work on, all right? That's coming off as a blockage. You have to be more empathetic and understand that if it's someone that you care about, they deserve this talk, okay? They deserve, with the Page of Cups, they deserve this talk. They deserve for you to open up a little bit, share yourself, be vulnerable. This is what I'm going through right now, right? They just didn't want to have that talk. What's the advice for person A? Too many cards. I feel like it puts person A in this place where they're like all over the place. They're trying to figure out what's going on. They're probably trying to figure out, did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Whatever. Are they going to come back? The thing is, person B is not going to go to anyone for real. Like, they might have sex. I don't know. But I don't think they're not going to take anyone seriously until their money is right. So there's nothing that person A can do about that. Person B has the 9 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like person A might be internalizing the rejection when it's just really person B just wanting to get money. It has nothing to do with person A being a problem. Yeah, Queen of Swords coming out. We have the King and the Queen of Swords now. You guys are most certainly a match. You guys might have this very intellectual connection here. 10 of Swords, 7 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, 8 of Cups, Tower. Yeah, I feel like person A probably feels cheated. Like, because it ended so abruptly. I feel like there's a intellectual connection here, and this person leans heavily on their logic and intellect, and they don't really have more of that empathy or emotional maturity to know how to navigate these delicate situations or matters of the heart. They don't know how to navigate it in the best way yet. So this is why they moved the way they did. It logically made sense. It made sense for them to move this way, even if it wasn't the emotionally appropriate thing to do. What's the advice? So person A is in a tizzy and you're not thinking clearly when it comes to this, because, and it makes sense because you didn't receive the closure. But hopefully you find solace in his reading, and you can get that closure so you can move on. So person B is getting some insight here. We have the High Priestess coming through with the Five of Cups. Because of how they move, they kind of close the door without... See, for some of them, they might be thinking, okay, let me get this money, then I'll come right back. And logically, that made sense to them without them considering the emotional consequences of it, which is, well, if I just... They logically thought, this is an example, they logically thought, I'm going to just leave and I'll come back when I have money without saying anything. They think that that makes sense because then they'll just come back and they'll be ready, and person A will be in their perfect little world, in their perfect logical little world. Person A will be sitting there ready and waiting with open arms. But the emotional consequences of this, of being ghosted, is person A can have this level of resentment towards person B now. Person A could be judging person B, like, hey, this is how you handle things. I don't know if I want you anymore. Person A can also find someone else because they don't know what's going on person B's end, right? So person B is not considering what the emotional side of this is. They're just looking at it like, okay, step 1, get money. Step 2, secure the money. Step 3, go back to person A and present myself correctly, right? And it's just like, this person is not, they're a bit stunted on the emotional end when it comes to managing their own emotions and then managing the emotions of others. So, but they are getting this inkling with the High Priestess and the Five of Cups that they're going to regret this if they keep moving like this. They're going to have to switch up how they navigate this situation, which is being more vulnerable. So they're being led to be more vulnerable. Whether they actually do it or not, that's up to them. What do the romance angels have to say? Yeah, look at that. This is what's needed. Heart-to-heart conversation. They're not used to being this vulnerable. All right. But this is what's being... This is what, this is where, okay, hold on. I'm feeling like this is the next step. Oh, so as I mentioned, person B, they have steps, right? And I feel like they're like, okay, I'm going to just ghost real quick, get my bearings, get my money, then I'm going to come back and I'm going to explain everything. Okay, that's how they're looking at it. Well, I mean, at least they plan to explain things, but it's just like, it's still, before they get to this point, it's a whole lot of space where you're leaving person A to just come up with a whole story. You're leaving person A to find someone else. You're leaving person A to just get pissed, right? So it's silly. All right. Person B feels like it's worth the risk. To just leave and then come back and explain everything, and everything will be fine after that. Not realizing you cause emotional damage with that action within itself. Yeah, I was pulling for person A, but I feel like this is person B. I fell on person B's end. I want to feel that way again. They are thinking about, person B is thinking about person A. All right, they felt this energy just like person A did. So person A felt like this was an opportunity that was opened, but then it closed as soon as it opened up. Person B realizes, yes, I felt this too. But then they had to go, right? They want to come back and have this heart to heart and be like, yo, I know that I shouldn't have done that. I hope you can forgive me one day. You speak to me through music and I am not available. This is ultimately what's happening. They are not available until their finances are intact, and when they feel stable, then they'll come back. That's just what it is. All right, what does person A want to tell person B? Person A wants to say, I'm becoming a better person. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I'm getting person A. See, this is person A not thinking clearly, all right? With that Queen of Swords energy, as I mentioned, person A, this person B ghosting like that, it put person A in a tizzy. They are not thinking clearly. They're blaming themselves for this situation. See, person B is not accounting for the emotional damage that they caused on person A for just leaving like that. Because they just ghosted and didn't give person A any reason and didn't give them any closure. And now person B is sitting here like, well, I'm becoming better and I mean, it was all, I guess it was kind of my fault. I should have done this. I should have been more understanding. That's not what it was. It's no excuse for them ghosting like that. All right. So if you're a person A, do not blame yourself for this situation. Person B should have had the emotional maturity to actually speak up and communicate what was going on. They did not. It wasn't right. It wasn't right on person B's end. Okay. So many things remind me of you. Both of you guys are thinking about each other a lot. All right. To be continued on the story or not, unless person A finds someone else. But we have, I wonder if you're happy without me. Both parties are wondering, like, what are you doing over there? Even person B, they're the ones who left, but they're like, what is person A doing over there? Do they have someone? I'm trying to get right to come back to you. I hope you don't have someone. That's the energy I'm getting there. And person A is like, what are you doing over there? Why are you ghosting me? Did someone take your attention away from me? What's up? Both of you guys are just insane right now. You guys need, oh my gosh, please. I would love to just lock you two in the room and just make you guys talk. A heart-to-heart conversation can clear all of this up. All right, well, that's it. And let me know what you think. I hope this helped to provide closure for person A. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG. Until next week, peace.